Hey, what is going on, you flustered Florges? Just got back from Dallas Regionals, or I didn't have the best event overall, losing my winning into day 2, but someone had a pretty good event, and that man was Hunter Butler, who ended up taking down the whole event with this Roxie Tina-Chomp list. The only card that I unfortunately didn't have online was the Comfey, the Fairy Comfey, so I've substituted it for a Weezing-EX. It shouldn't be too big of a difference, hopefully, and we can get by just fine with the Weezing-EX. But this should be a Fairy Comfey that prevents Pokemon with Fairy Energy being affected by special conditions. That's ideally what you want in here. It's worth 1 prize card instead of the 2. It gets the exact same thing done. So yeah, this is the list. He ran fast and aggressive around the Calamitous Slash with the Giratina Garchomp. There's also a 1/1 Noivern in here, which you can use specifically. I assume the main matchup this is for is for the Ultra Necrozma matchup. I mean, you can use it against stuff like Night March and that kind of stuff as well. No reason not to, but gives you a chance against Ultra Necrozma for sure. If they don't find their Ranger fast enough, you'll be able to get too far ahead with the Sonic Volume for them to come back, and then probably can actually even end up the game with the Chaotic Order from the Naganadel Guzzlord, which is in here as well. But yeah, the point of the deck is you have the option, or you are able to, like turn 1, just kind of knock out whatever their active is. You just go Roxie, discard a Weezing, put damage on your opponent's Pokemon, pop the Koko Prism after getting some lightning in your discard pile, attach a DDE to the Giratina Garchomp, and then Calamitous Slash, knock out almost pretty much whatever. If they have a little bit more than 250 HP, we have a Fighting Fury able to get to 260 and a Choice Band to get to 280, I guess, if we really need to get that high. And sometimes we do. There's a lot of tag team Pokemon with a lot of HP. Couple control elements in the deck. Like I said, this prevents the conditions, but we also have this Mimikyu with the Shadow Box that says our opponent's Pokemon, GX Pokemon, have any damage counters on them, have no ability. So if we play up against, like a Zoroark deck, if we can, you can also use Giratina as well. If we can't get the full Weezing combo with the Roxie, we can just, put this guy in our discard pile through Ultra Balling it away, Treasuring it away, Battle Compressor it away, put it onto the bench. If they got Pokemon on their bench, put it out onto our bench with Distortion Door. If they got Pokemon on their bench that we want to shut their abilities off with, get this guy in play, shut off the GX Pokemon's abilities with the Distortion Door, and kind of play out from there. It's not super based around, taking the big one-shots with Calamitous Slash. That is like an option in the deck, but we're not always going to get the turn 1 Roxies, discard some Weezings, one-shot their active Pokemon. So settling for like a linear attack turn 1 into going into Calamitous Slash and so on is usually just fine as well. And like I said, we got this guy in here with the Chaotic Order that we can use to close out games. I don't think GG End will come up too often unless we're playing up against something weird like Groudon or something, where we just want to get rid of the big Groudon on the bench before they're able to utilize it. That would be it, I think. And then yeah, accelerate the extra energy with Koko Prism that we need to get up into the Calamitous Slash, and that's the deck. I played against it 2 times actually at the tournament. 2 different people playing the deck, and yeah, the deck was overall seemed pretty good. Not surprised that it ended up taking down the whole event in the end, and yeah, I just want to play some games with it. I want to see how it runs. Let's go ahead, let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to open up the Noibat in this one. We have an Ultra Ball with a Float Stone on it. We have a Roxie and an Egg in our hand. We're going first as well. No idea what our opponent is playing. I see an Eevee. This makes me wonder if I want to bench this guy or not. So we're going to Ultra Ball away these. I think I'm just going to grab a Shaymin and set up. I think I need more cards than grabbing like... Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab the Shaymin and set up. I wouldn't mind holding the hand and building up on it with Roxie, but... Yeah, maybe I could just build up. Maybe I could just grab the Egg and then Roxie for 6. That actually might just be fine. Maybe I don't need to be any more aggressive than that. I'm going first, so I don't need to be that fast. I don't even really need to get an energy attachment down turn 1. I can kind of like, use the Koko later on, get my energy and play that way. Okay, this hand has a whole ton of options. I do have a lightning, and I wouldn't mind getting that in play on this guy. I have no idea what we're up against, so that's kind of the problem here, is we have no idea what we're up against here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Trainer's Mail, get like a Battle Compressor or something, or like an Ultra Ball is pretty cool because we have VS Seeker for Roxie, so this gives us more options overall. And I think I might just actually... I think I'm just going to attach to him. I think I'm just going to attach to the Guzzlord and Naganadel, and then pass over to our opponent. See what they got. See what they're throwing at us on this next turn. No idea what their deck possibly could be. There's an Eevee. I'm thinking maybe we're playing up against some kind of Flareon build here. There's a Nest Ball from our opponent. All right, they probably just have some shenanigans going on. Yeah, and I have no idea what's going on. We maybe wanted to... Okay, it is... It looks like we are up against Pikarom here in Expanded. Means I definitely wanted to go with the Tina-Chomp. Can still set it all up on the next turn. I was thinking it's maybe some kind of like Flareon deck. Am I right? They're probably playing Flareon, so using him isn't that bad compared to the Tina Chomp. So like, I have this guy right now. Let's just go ahead and utilize him. But it looks like it probably is a Pikarom build of some kind, or Lightning Box or something like that. They do have a Raichu and a Alolan Raichu. They got an Eevee. There's a Shaymin for some draw power. So I guess if this Eevee doesn't move from the active, we can go knock out Eevee, knock out this guy, and then look for the GX attack with the Chaotic Order to close out the game. And that can kind of be our game plan, I think, to win this one here. There's another Nest Ball from our opponent. See what they grab. But yeah, I think that's there's Zeraora. No Pikarom yet, but they did put their first energy attachment here on the Raichu, so I'm not surprised they haven't gone out of their way to find Pikarom yet. They're probably not doing that much on their first turn. I guess they could still attack and knock out our Noibat with the Raichu. Then we just hit them with the Guzzlord Naganadel for our turn. I'm hoping this thing just stays in the active this turn. Can just knock out the Eevee, get that one prize card, knock out one of the tag teams, and then pretty much just win the game from there. There's another Shaymin for our opponent, giving up the Sycamore. Instead of just going with the Sycamore, going for the Shaymin draw power. Maybe they have like a VS Seeker in hand or something anyways. Want to get those extra cards in while they can. There is a Zeraora on their bench, and we definitely want to take away that. So we're definitely going to discard the Weezing next turn with the Roxie. We're definitely just going to Roxie again next turn. I don't see a reason to really do anything else. There's a Max Elixir. All right, so they're getting pretty close to being able to knock out our Noibat. I hope they don't, but if they do, it's not that big of a deal. No Noibat knockout. Top deck was great as well. All right, so we're just going to go... I'm just going to Roxie first, not Ultra Ball or Computer Search yet. I definitely don't want to Computer Search if I don't have to. Should start with the Roxie. We are going to discard a Weezing this time because it will put a damage counter on the Zeraora, and then we can shut off its ability with Mimikyu. A Swell is also very nice. A Battle Compressor is super good. Alright, this one is looking pretty good. Actually, I don't even know what I would Battle Compressor here, even though I can. Or actually, can we get to the knockout on the Raichu? I think we can here. We would have to go... propagate once. I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Lightning. Yeah, we can get to the knockout on the Raichu. So we're just going to go ahead and do that this turn. We can go discard this, discard this. We should probably get rid of the Tina as well, actually. Grab ourselves a Giratina Garchomp. And bring back... I might actually... Well, I could probably play the Battle Compressor, actually. And then we can Computer Search for the Fighting Fury Belt. Or we could bring the Tina back. But I think the putting... I don't know if I want Choice Band or Fighting Fury Belt on it. I guess I didn't really think about that. But I guess Fighting Fury Belt is just as good as... What's it called? So we can save the Tina in the discard pile for later, I think, at this point. Get rid of that. I am going to... Battle Compressor here. Get rid of, like, the Guzma. I don't think I need access to the Acerola. Guzma might be the only thing I want to get rid of here. Get rid of the other Battle Compressors would also be fine, it looks like. I might want the Noivern. I can evolve it, so it doesn't seem that bad to leave it in the deck. This guy could still be good, because they might have another Raichu. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it like this. I don't need access to N or Acerola, I don't think, this game. So I'm going to leave them in the deck as their cards. And we could get rid of the Field Blowers, maybe. But I guess they have a Choice Band. You never know what else they got. Just go like this. Seems fine to me. Bring back the eggs twice. Then, like I said, Computer Search. We're going to grab ourselves the Fighting Fury Belt, which will make this guy's Calamitous Slash, as long as they have a damage, which they do, hit for 250. And then we can Great Catcher it up and knock it out. So Computer Search away the eggs. Gonna grab ourselves... I just said what we are getting, and now I have completely forgotten the Fighting Fury Belt. There it is. This goes into play. This goes into play. This goes into play. We attach to this. We are actually literally almost going down to a 0-card hand here, but we're getting the knockout on their only relevant threat, so it is fine. Whoa, not that. Give me those eggs. Getting the knockout on their only relevant threat, so that is fine with me. Propagation. Let us use the Great Catcher on the Raichu. There he is. Bring him here. And then Dance of the Ancients onto the Giratina Garchomp. There it is. And we will knock out our opponent's Raichu, leaving them with no energy in play. We've taken away their utility of their Zeraora, and we're in a pretty good spot here. This is looking pretty good for us. 250, knock out the Raichu, Alolan Raichu. Easy 3 prize cards. Even though we only have the DD to work with, we are getting 3 prize cards. There's a Dedenne. There's a Sycamore. I don't really want to put... There's a VS Seeker, so we can simply Roxie again, or Guzma, or something like that. And yeah, we are in an insanely good spot now. Our opponent's going to have a lot of ground to make up here. And now that we have this, if we just draw one more prize card, then we can just use the Chaotic Order GX to win the game. And our opponent can't really do anything about that. I guess unless they play something to stop her if they play Latios, but that means they're sending a Latios into their active for a turn, which doesn't sound very good. So yeah, pretty much no matter what our opponent does here, I think we have this one like locked up. I mean, we'll let them go ahead. There's a Pikarom. That'll make it even that much easier potentially to win the game, as that is just worth 3 prize cards itself. So we can just get 1 damage counter on this Pikarom. That's it. The game's over. We can get 1 damage counter on it. Get into the active. We do have Distortion Door in the discard pile. We did put Guzma in the discard pile. I do now have a Via Seeker. So if the Pikarom doesn't make its way to the active here, I can go Distortion Door, Guzma, knockout. But our opponent's going to concede. It looks like they didn't have a good enough hand to even want to continue playing. And we're going to get a pretty convincing first dub over that Pikarom. Going first, once again, I'm going to choose to open the Virizion instead of the Chomp. There's a Murkrow from our opponent. Okay, this is very winnable. Just need to go through the motions here. I'm going to start with the Trainer's Mail, see what we get. Chaotic Swell is going to be pretty good to start off Silent Lab immediately, so we're definitely taking that. Got Ultra Ball away. Lightning and Ultra Ball. Yeah, get rid of Lightning and Ultra Ball. Can grab ourselves a Egg, and then we can Ultra Ball away Egg and Via Seeker. And I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a Lele for a Sycamore, I think. I don't want to use my Dedenne or Shaymin if I don't have to yet, and save them for later digging, which is like our turn 1. Just kind of want to play the game earlier on, but there is a Roxie left, so I could go with like setup for 6. Yeah, let's just go with setup for 6. All right, I'm in. Let's go with the setup for 6. Swell. This guy, setup for 6. Find ourselves some cards to work with. Don't need too much. Just a little bit. Computer Search away Faba and Choice Band. So we got DD, which is pretty good. And we got the Fighting Fury Belt. Although I maybe want the Choice Band instead. I actually don't know. I'm going to go with the 210 HP. I'm going to go with the Fighting Fury Belt here. Computer Search. Get rid of these 2. Grab myself. I'm just going to grab the Sycamore here, I think. I could have gone with Roxie, I guess, and then Roxie'd away the Giratina and the Egg. Kept the Choice Band. Maybe that was a little bit better. Get 1 more card off the Sycamore, 1 more card out of the deck. Don't have access to the... Oh, what's it called right now? But we can go ahead and get Lele for Roxie next turn. Can replaces, but we have Field Blower, so we should be all good. I don't want to put this in play because they could play Field Blower themselves, so I think we just go ahead and pass. And we pretty much have game set up on the next turn as long as we can find an energy, which we can confirm as long as Coco Prism is in there. Yeah, there is the Duskstone and the Honchkrow, everyone's favorite deck to play against on the PTCGO ladder. The random receiver into the Skyla. I was going to say into greens. They did evolve already, so greens wouldn't be pretty good, so a little bit better to have the Skyla there, I guess, for sure. We'll see what they grab here. But we're in a great position right now to just win the game on the next turn. Oh, we can't put tool cards in play. Well, I messed up. I should have put down this Float Stone. But we can actually, we can put damage on this with Roxie. And then damage it with Roxie. And then get Mimikyu into play. And then we actually should be fine. Yeah, so that's going to be our game plan. Bring Egg back. Treasure away Egg. And then we're going to Lele. Grab Roxie, bring the Egg back, draw 6, Ultra Ball, grab Mimikyu, put Mimikyu down, shut off this guy's ability, attach the Float Stone, knock him out. Tired of seeing this guy every time. It looks like their only supporter they play is Skyla. They're playing the full, just try and get the turn 1 lock build. There's an Unfair. I completely forgot about Unfair. Okay, that's going to put us in a little bit of a spot first, right? I completely forgot Unfair was a thing. I don't think they can't completely lock our hand out, though. We have too many options here. We'll see what they go for. I'm actually curious to see what they go for here. And actually, if we just get to the active, we can GGN. So they went for Via Seeker Field Blower. 2 cards I didn't really care about. So that's fine with me. Egg, treasure away, Egg, grab ourselves. We should just be able to pull off the GG end here, I think. Grab ourselves Lele, or get really close. Wonder Tag, yes. Search ourselves out that Roxie's, and then we will bring the what's it called back to the hand. I doubt they're thinking about us shutting down their ability and being able to use Float Stone, so they definitely didn't want to get rid of Float Stone. They're like, oh, you can't play Float Stone. Why would I ever take that away from your hand? You can't use it anyways. But yes, we want to deal 1 damage. Yes, I want to put down the Mimikyu. Yes, I want to attach this to the active. Throw out Chaotic Swell. And there's the concession from our opponent. They know what's up, and if they don't, they were about to find out what's up. And we get another insanely quick dub over a Honchkrow this time with the Tina RoxieChomp. Going first once again. Egg start. not the most ridiculously good start, but we got Treasure, get rid of Lightning, get probably a Tina-Chomp attached DDE, and then we have a setup to work with. Stretcher and Via Seeker obviously not going to be super useful currently, but you know, we have plenty of time to make them useful. And if they get a turn 1 knockout, it's going to be on our Exeggcute, which we are more than fine with having happen. So we are up against the, what's it called here? We could go, let's go Treasure, get rid of the Lightning. I was like thinking about some other things here. This is actually, maybe I should have just gone for Lele with this and just gone Lele for N. I would have been fine with that as well, I think, overall. DDE, set up for 3, or I guess we're hoping for a little bit here off this setup. There's a Roxie, but we have no Pokemon to work with, so we could get our Tina-Chomp to the active and bring this guy, trap this guy in the active, which would actually be okay. Yeah, this is kind of bad, but we do need this guy in the discard pile to be able to Roxie for it, so I think we actually just go pass and let our opponent have a turn and kind of hope we get into some good draws here. Yeah, our setup is not ideal at all in this one. Definitely a little bit more of a rough start. I probably could have been less greedy and just gone Treasure, away the Lightning, grab Lele, and then go Lele for N, and then just N for 6. There's the immediate Skyla from our opponent, so their turn is not going to be ridiculously aggressive either, and a Nest Ball. Yeah, they're going to be having a super slow turn here themselves, but unfortunately we can't punish that because my hand has nothing going on in it. Well, we'll try. We can try and punish it. There's a Darkrai EX, so they can move their Oranguru. They can maybe get off the Rogue Ring this turn. Looks like that's what they're going for. Well, they already retreated, so actually they can't do that unless they had an Energy Switch, which I highly doubt they would ever have. Let's see here. Could just Dedenne change, bring this guy to the active, and hope to find some good stuff. I'm kind of fine with that, I think. Yeah, Great Catcher this guy up, Dedenne change, go from there. That sounds pretty fine to me. We'll see what's fully in the deck here. Give ourselves the most options by going with the Dedenne change. I don't really think I need the Stretcher back. I'm not too worried about it. Just gonna go ahead, Great Catcher up the Zoro Ninja, draw some cards off the Dedenne change, and see where it takes us. Here we go. 4, 5, 6. Nothing incredible. Fortunately, Giratina is in our hand now and wasn't able to ping this guy before we brought it to the active. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and treasure him away. Grab ourselves a Mimikyu. I might just grab nothing here. We could grab Lele for a draw supporter, but we have Sycamore, so I think I'm just going to go with Sycamore for the turn. Yeah, we're just going to grab nothing here. Throw another DDE on the Giratina Garchomp, and then Sycamore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty good cards to see. There's a Battle Compressor, which is always nice to see. I think as long as we have stuff to get rid of here. Coco Prism is prized, so that's something big to take note of here. No access to the Coco Prism. We do have the Verizon in our hand, which can protect our Tina-Chomp, which is a big deal as well. Lele can't really grab us anything anymore. I mean, there's a Roxie in there, but we have a Roxie in the discard pile. Yeah, so Lele's not going to be any good anymore, so we're going to get rid of Lele. Guzzlord and Naganadel might still be good. Mimikyu is definitely still good. Other Tina-Chomp for sure is still good. I don't know if we need any more Battle Compressors. Could get rid of the N as well, get that into the discard pile. Faba we just shouldn't need, so I think I'm going to put that in the discard pile as well. Get rid of all those. Put the Verizon down to protect this guy from Dedenne-GX. Float Stone to the active, and then we're just going to go Calamitous Slash. Just hit him hard. That's fine with me. We could GG end it, but it's worth 3 prize cards, so I think I'd rather just knock it out instead, and then just kind of go from there. Trainers Mail, we're going to hope to hit the Roxie or a Via Seeker next turn, and then Roxie for 6 cards, get some more stuff to work with, go from there. We should be in a pretty safe spot here. They would have to have a ridiculously good turn, and it's just going to be a concession from our opponent. Looks like bring up Zoro Ninja, trap it in the active. It's too much for our opponent, and that's going to be another dub, and that's going to do it for this video on the Tina-Chomp deck. Roxie Tina-Chomp, an expanded winner of the Dallas Regionals. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I think this deck is crazy good and expanded. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. And yeah, peace.